All right, let's start with the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. That would be one Cole Kmet.
That's outstanding.
Can you believe it?
Did he really win NFC Special Teams Player of the Week?
He was named the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week.
Really? That is awesome.
Executing 5 successful snaps on extra points in a win over Jacksonville.
Short snaps, Jurk.
Yeah, short snaps.
That is great.
Short snapper. They have lowered the bar.
Well, did anybody have a...
I thought the Hall of Fame lowered the bar when they put Devin Hester in. They have really lowered the bar here.
Well, it can't be the kicker from Green Bay.
No,
it shouldn't be a kicker anyway, period. No, I'm just kidding.
Any punt returns or kickoff returns?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
I thought there's a kickoff return for a touchdown last week.
2 weeks ago. That wasn't last week. Wasn't that 2 weeks ago? Yeah. I feel like that was 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to think. I did see a big punt return. I can't recall the game, though. It must not have been an NFC game. I don't remember. All right, good for Cole. That's fun. I like
Congratulations,
that.
go out to Cole Kmet.
In a pinch, he did a good job.
No longer fighting the football either.
Short snap. No,
he's a little smoother with the football. I like that.
Cole's turned out to be a very good player. What else, Kev?
All right, we got 3 weeks left before the trade deadline. That's going to be on November 5th. The Bears have a couple glaring needs.
Do they?
Maybe glaring.
Glaring seems strong.
Is that too strong?
Yeah.
It's not
glaring.
What
are their glaring weaknesses or needs?
Perhaps a little help on the offensive line.
At this point of the season, it gets tough.
It does. What kind of an offensive lineman is going to be made available to another team?
Hey, there's a lot of teams that are selling their parts right now. We got some bad football teams in this league.
But Kev, most of them aren't selling good linemen. They'll sell a disgruntled wide receiver, maybe even a disgruntled pass rusher. How many teams really, even if they're bad, sell good offensive linemen? Seriously. I mean, Jurk, can you think of?
No, I'm going back. The offseason, it happens.
Even then,
Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, that's one.
There's one.
Most teams just don't do it. I don't think you're really upgrading. And this line has gotten better anyway, and it's going to get a little healthier. You know, if you want to talk about the Hassan Reddick thing, I think it's a little bit of a long shot. I know Brad Biggs wrote about it today. Brad Biggs, I might think it's a little bit of a long shot. Brad Biggs said it is a complete non-starter. And Biggsy's speaking from a position of knowledge.
Yeah.
Brad Biggs made it sound like, forget about it might not happen or it might be a long shot. A complete and total non-starter. He made it sound like there's just no way the Bears are getting in the Hassan Reddick business. They've paid Sweat. They're not going to pay another pass rusher like that. They're not going to trade a pick and then pay another pass rusher like that. When they've paid Sweat anyway, they just paid Johnson. They've got to start thinking about Kyler and Brisker. It ain't happening. They're not going out and getting Hassan Reddick.
No.
And I heard I heard Meller and Waddle talking about this yesterday. I think it was a Josina Anderson report. Did you catch this? That apparently Howie Roseman was smart enough to write into that contract that if the Jets flip him to another NFC team, the trade kicker goes up to a second-round pick back to the Eagles. That he was smart enough to realize the situation and know what a pain in the rear end Hassan Reddick was being, as good of a player he is, about the contract, that if they turned around and flipped him back to the NFC, they have to send a higher draft pick to the Eagles. So it makes it even more unlikely, if they're going to move him, that they move him to an NFC team. And I think the Bears are, I'm going to agree with Bigsy on this. It seems like a real non-starter. So I don't know. What is there left to do? Granted, he's been active at the last 2 deadlines, but I don't know if I see it this year.
If your defensive backs come back healthy, you won't have a need back there. You don't need a wide receiver. You're all right at tight end.
Can I interest you in a Maxx Crosby?
That's a different conversation than Reddick. But
and that's a lot more than just a second-round pick.
Yeah.
Too. You're
I don't know,
up
guys. I don't think in their minds that they feel like they have to go throw money at that. I think what are they, top 8, top 7 in sacks right now? They're like they're fringy top 7, 8 in pressure percentage.
Bears?
The Bears.
Yeah, they've got 18 sacks this year.
Yeah.
6 games, 3 games, three apiece.
So three a game. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good pace. I'll give you their pressure percentage, where they rank real quick too, just so we know. It was top 10 last week going into the week. I'm assuming it's probably about the same. And they don't blitz a lot. They're one of the, the least blitz-heavy teams in the league. Their pressure percentage right now, according to Pro Football Reference, is 9th best. So they're still top 10. And they blitz at one of the 5 lowest rates in the league. So I think they're pretty pleased. Would you agree, Yerk, with what they're getting out of their D-line?
I believe so. Top 30% of the league.
Yeah. All right, Kev, what else is up?
We got Jesse coming up next. How about that? He already called in early.
All right, that's a good call. Yeah, let's take a break. We'll talk to Jesse. That's the Lunch Rush brought to you by Fry the Coop. Jesse, live at baseball mecca right now. New York, New York. The city's so nice they had to name it twice. We'll talk to